Welcome to another video with Dan the Computer Man. You can find me at www.12red.com. This is the new Windows 8 start screen. If you start up your new Windows 8 computer for the first time, or when you boot it up, you're going to come to the start screen. All these programs here are the Metro applications that were intended for touchscreen. You can use a mouse with them, but it's very hard for the average user to figure that out without a lot of time-consuming effort. So, the first thing I recommend to people that are coming from Windows 7 to do with the Windows 8 computer is remove these things. So, we're going to do that right now. We're going to right-click on Calendar, People, Messaging, Weather. We're going to right-click on everything except this desktop icon. Almost done. There we go. And now we go down here to Unpin from Start, which is popped up when we right-clicked on the first item, we get a menu. Now we're left with Desktop. Now we're going to go and right-click anywhere inside here except over Desktop. And when you right-click, a new menu pops up. Down here, All Apps. This is when people say, well, where are all my programs that the old Start menu used to have? Here they are. To be honest with you, this is better. Most people got confused and they didn't even know what they had with the old way of doing things. And this way, it hides all this stuff you're not going to use unless you specifically bring it over to the Start menu. So, in this case, I'd recommend that you go to Computer, right-click on Computer, and Pen to Start. Right-click on Help and Support, Pen to Start. Right-click on File Explorer, Pen to Start. And we're going to go to Windows Defender, because that is your built-in antivirus program and firewall that comes from Microsoft, so you don't have to go download a virus scanner now. The other products I use is Outlook. So I right-click on Outlook, Pen to Start. Microsoft Word 2013, which I pen to start. Very good product, by the way, at a very good rate. They're charging basically a $100 or $99 a year subscription fee, but you're able to use it on 5 computers. So I suppose if you have one computer, you would be annoyed that you got to pay $100 for the year. But if you're a family and you've got more than one computer, which most people do, you can now install Microsoft Office for almost $20 per computer. That's unheard of. Okay, so now that we've pinned everything to the desktop that we want, the next question is, well, how do I get out of this menu? Once again, it's that fancy screen. One thing that you can do is right-click and go to All Apps, and that unchecks the All Apps window, and you're back at the Start menu. So, from here, you want to change how Internet Explorer opens. So we're going to click on Computer. I'm going to click right here. You notice this is a shortcut. Go to Control Panel. I'm going to leave that there one moment so people can see where I'm clicking. Right there. And then Control Panel. And then this is the category view of Control Panel, not the way to use things. Click on View by Category and change it to small or large icons depending on your vision. Then you go alphabetically. It's back and forth, not vertically. And go to Internet Options. Once Internet Options is open, go to Programs. Change from Internet Explorer to Side to always use Internet Explorer on the desktop, and say Open, put a check next to Open Internet Explorer Tiles on the desktop, and click OK. And now you won't get the funky Internet Explorer that's the Metro app version, which you would be confused with. Once that's done, we go to Internet Explorer, which is right here. We open up the new Internet Explorer, and we're not going to use this, so I'm going to cancel that. So the new Internet Explorer is open. You right click up here at the top of the screen where the mouse is going back and forth and select, put a check next to menu bar with the left click. Then right click, put a check next to favorites. Right click, put a check next to command bar. Right click, put a check next to status bar. The status bar is down here at the bottom in case you missed it, and this is where you can zoom in with a single click. Make the text bigger if you have trouble with the vision, or if you just can't see a particular page, you can do it right here. So once that's done and you have the checks next to menu, favorites, command, and status, you have everything you need to go ahead and use Internet Explorer the way Windows 7 was. Windows 7, if you loaded the new Internet Explorer, it still hid these things. So this isn't something that's only Windows 8. I'm just showing you this because I know people will be searching for these tools and they won't be there. So we close that. Then we go down here to the bottom right. The mouse is wiggling around down here. We click on the little arrow here and it says Customize. Put a check right here, always show icons. Now all these icons show here. I don't like to hide these icons. If spyware or malware or adware gets installed on your computer, it may show up down here as one of these tray items, and you won't know it because the tray is hidden, which is very convenient for the program writers who don't want you to know about their program running. But if you're wondering why your computer's running slow or you have something running you don't need, disable it. You can do it right here. The next thing that people find very annoying is opening pictures. The most common picture format is JPEG. So we're going to go real fast. I have a folder here full of pictures. So here we have, let's see here, the funny donkey face. So this is a JPEG file. You can see that by mousing over it. It says JPG file. If we open this the way it stands, it uses the Metro app. It's very nice. It opens it nice and big. It's beautiful, but where's all the tools? How do you print? All that stuff. Just better not to use it initially. So you put your mouse all the way up at the top of the page and a hand appears. Left click and hold down the left click button and drag the picture down. And then once it's down here, let go of the button. And then it takes you back to the start menu. This annoys people, but it's just the way it works. When you click desktop, it takes you back to where you were. So to get rid of this opening up into the Metro app, right click on the picture and go to open with, and then mouse over, choose default program. And instead of using this program called Photos, use the Windows Photo Viewer. And you have a check right here that says use this app for all JPEG. It will change what app permanently opens these pictures until you change it again. So Windows Photo Viewer, click that. Now it opens with the program that you're familiar with that opens in Windows 7. So we have other types of pictures here, but you can't really see it because it's open into this picture format. One thing you can do is go to View and change this to Details. And now in Detailed View it shows you the size, the date created, and it shows you what kind of image it is. And you get the little icon now that you can see which program will want to open the picture. We've fixed the JPEGs, so now the correct photo program opens them. And we want to fix these, PNGs and GIF. GIF images will only let you select Open With, Paint, as opposed to Photo. So you click Paint. Now you can actually edit the photo and stuff like that if you wanted to. And now we've changed it. It always uses Paint. And then this one is the last one. Oh, actually two more, BMP and the PNG files. Right click over the picture. Open with. Go to Choose Default Program. Choose Windows Photo Viewer. And now that picture type, that PNG image type, will always open with the Photo Viewer. Now, I'll show you something. If you click on this photo down here and then mouse over this one and right click, you don't get, you see how it like switches around on you? So you don't always get the menu that you need. So you need to select the picture first, then right click on it and select Open With. Choose Default Program, Windows Photo Viewer, and now that picture opens up with Windows Photo Viewer exclusively. If you wanted to use the full screen Metro app for one picture, say, just to make it nice and big, you can say Open With and choose Photos, or you could choose Default Program and change it to always use the Photos program. So we will do this one. And it opens the nice baby donkey with mommy donkey photo there. Don't ask me why I'm on donkeys. That's just the pictures I found when I was downloading stuff. So that takes care of that. The next thing is music. Most people have MP3s. So I have some test music here. There's an MP3 file. Notice the little icon. That's the Metro app. Right click on it. Open With. Choose Default Program. Choose Windows Media Player. It opens up for the first time. It will ask you recommended or custom. Tell it recommended. And finish. It's going to make a noise here.
Hello.
And we turned it off. And you can drag this open. Everybody's usually familiar with this media player. So now all the MP3s will open with the Windows Media Player. The icon has changed. I have some more right here. So these are Windows WMA files. They will open with the Windows Xbox Music Player. We want to open them up with the older Windows Media Player. So we're going to go to Open With, choose Default Program, Windows Media Player, and now that's opened. And you notice the icons have changed and it's like Windows 7. So you don't have to mess with that anymore. So that takes care of the basics of what to do when you first get Windows 8 and you don't know how to use anything. If you make these basic changes, this will help you use Windows 8 effectively. That's another video from Dan the Computer Man with 12Red Tech, www.12red.com. You can visit my website and get support and buy new or used computers straight from the website, www.12red.com.